So here's my topic of the day. How significant do you think we are in the grand scheme of the universe?
In the grand scheme, like the master blueprint, like
So when you think of whatever
zoom out,
idea you
the
have,
zoom
whatever,
outs of
yeah,
life.
the zoom out, whatever idea, like what's that famous picture, the pale blue dot? When you think about that, are we? How can I word this? Are we special or are we just happenstance?
Mm, that's a good question, B. I feel
Do
like
we really mean something? Are we really important to the fabrication? Because the only thing that really matters is time and energy. We exist in a plane between both. Does time and energy does time and energy care about us? Or are we just something that, oh, okay, yeah, okay, they just came about, whatever, right?
you ain't gonna like my answer, dog.
Hey, I'm open to anything.
But honestly, dog, hey, bro, we don't mean shit. You know what I'm saying? We mean shit to the people that we are associated with, the people that we impact directly. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But when you look at the timeline of life, like
Mm,
like not
yeah.
just individual life. I'm talking about the beginning of Earth from the
Yeah.
dinosaurs and all. Bro, how much time was that? And how many niggas came and went that we don't know their names?
So I can give you an answer for that.
All right.
There's estimated that as of, I think the last time I checked was 20, like early 2023. As of early year 2023, over 100 billion people have lived and died.
Over 100 billion people have lived and died.
So let's think about that, right? Let me put this into a perspective that makes it more personal. You have a grandmother, you have a great grandmother, you have a great great grandmother, you have a great 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 grandmother, and then you have a great 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 grandmother. How many of them do you actually know? Not you specifically. I'm talking to the
Oh no,
audience because I
yeah.
already know your situation. But the average person, like me, I'm lucky in my lifetime. My great great grandmother is still alive. We just celebrated her birthday. Shout out Ethel West. But most people, they don't, their history, like most people be born and it's like you got to think, you got cousins, you got uncles, aunties, uh um whatever, that have passed away, great uncles, great aunties that passed away before you ever even fucking existed.
Man.
You don't even know a lot of
Yeah,
your family.
some people parents done passed
Some
away
people
before
don't
they
even have a,
even had a
yeah,
memory.
before they was old enough to remember them,
Yeah.
right? So what I'm trying to figure out is, how do we walk this thing called life? Like, how do we treat it? Is it, and this is what I mean, is it something to be used cautiously because it is so precious, or is it meant to be full of risk? Because you got to think, I don't want to be timid, I don't want to be scared, but sometimes, hey, the only way you're gonna get that old school, well, you might have to do some shit you ain't supposed to do.
Listen, I love this. I love this
Like,
topic. I
because
love this
because you
topic.
only you, as far as we know, you only get one chance here. So either you're gonna play it safe or you're gonna go for everything.
Even if you don't go for everything, are you gonna live, dog? Like, so like I
Mm,
was telling my brother the other day, like, hey man, we can't like all this a man this, a man that, a man this, a man that. It's
mm-hmm.
our personal preference. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'll give two examples. It's a man right now that think hitting on a woman is okay because in his house, a woman need to shut the fuck up and do what he say.
Right.
That's him being the man, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you don't agree, that's you not agreeing. But in his house, that's what he do.
Yeah.
It's another dude that feel like a man don't put his hands on a woman, right?
Facts. Yeah.
And a man is supposed to treat a woman like a vessel, be a vessel,
Hmm.
something that's hollow inside. That's a vessel
Yeah.
or whatever, and be gentle with her, fragile, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
In both of their worlds, they're a man,
Yep.
but our personal preference is, oh, if he put his hands on her, he ain't. Man, if he don't put his hands on her and tell her shut, he ain't no man at all. What kind of man let his
Yep.
woman? You know what I'm saying? Now I'm
Yep.
using that. I'm using them as examples. It might be a little extreme, but it's an
Hey,
example.
this
You
the
gonna
this the
if it's
knowledge
something to
exchange. Sometimes in order to gain the knowledge, it got to be told in the raw. We gonna put that shit on the table.
facts. So us, we like so the whole point of it all is
Mhm.
we get so caught up in perception of things that
Mhm.
we don't even live, right? So like
Yeah.
I'm a pastor's child, right?
Yeah.
I was raised a certain way, right? For some people, having a child without being married or having a child out of wedlock or
Got to
whatever
wear like yeah. Yeah.
is a sin or whatever. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And if that's in the Bible, excuse me, I haven't been to church in a while, so I
Nah.
apologize. But
Hey, I'm gonna tell you, we gonna touch on the church topic, but we gonna do that once we get a good following because I
yeah,
don't want to
yeah.
lose people too early.
So no, that's cool. So what I'm saying is I shouldn't like I had kids out of wedlock, right?
Yeah.
I
So
shouldn't
did I.
beat myself up on a daily basis talking about man, I sin, man. If I do that, that's why repentance exists or forgiveness
Yeah.
exists. If whichever
Yeah.
one, forgiveness of self, repentance of
Mhm.
God, whichever one you want to do. But that's why that exists. Because you got to be able to move on in life, fam. So
So
like
listen.
I feel like we put too much pressure to answer that question. My bad. To answer
No.
that question,
Yeah.
we don't live enough because we worry too much about people's perception of us.
Yeah. And it's crazy because my question has no right answer, right? It's kind of more so like it is a perception. It is, oh, I'm just this small, insignificant person, or it's this is how I look at it, right? And I was watching this video with Neil deGrasse Tyson,
Yeah.
and he was explaining to me, well, he was explaining to the person he was talking to, and to me, this is what I got out of it. Like, you don't realize that when you are conceived, there was a million other options. Literally, the sperm cells, there was a million other people that could have been that will never have the chance to be.
Mm.
You made it. You matter. It doesn't matter what's going on outside of anywhere, right? You shot out of what was going on in this intimate moment. You came out with a million other possible human beings. You're the one that made it. You're the one that came, with the exception of twins, triplets, and all that. You yourself, you won. The other people, they will never have a chance to exist. If they don't make it to the egg, whoever could have been, they will never be. Right? And that is crazy to think about when you think about the grand scheme of life, bro. Cause it's like, yo, I could have been one of them ones that didn't make it, bro. Like I would have just been dumped into the you dig,
Yeah.
like Tupac said, it was a good time and I never would have came about.
Toss out the window on the way home, fam.
Yeah, I could have been on somebody's face. No homo. You feel me? Like
Hey,
never even had a chance. Like, and we do these things out of pleasure and all this and that, and but you don't realize that there's a reason why there's nobody like you. And I'm
yeah,
talking to the chat, I'm talking to the viewers. There's a reason you exist. There's a reason that you are here. You get what I'm saying? And so the question doesn't have a right answer. It's really just based on what you know and what you feel. Like confidence doesn't come from competing with other people. Confidence comes from knowing that there's just no one else like you. I don't have to compete. Either you like me or you don't. There's no competition, right?
right.
Because just like I exist, by chance, by luck, or however you want to look at it. That's the same thing with you. You here to do what you here to do, and I'm here to do what I'm here to do. Right? So I just want people to think about that. I'll chat. I want y'all to think about that, man. I want y'all to leave comments on that. I want to know what y'all think. Like, if y'all have never heard it this way, or if it's never been explained, or y'all haven't seen the video that I'm talking about, man, I really want y'all to like think about that. Like,
Ask them the question again.
understand that you are special. It doesn't matter how small we are in the grand scheme of things. The fact that you exist, you can see a sunset, you can see a sunrise, you know what the moon look like. You can take in air. Imagine how many people that could exist that never will exist, that'll never get to experience what you get to experience. And that's some exchange of knowledge right there.
I want to say, first of all, ask them the question again, bro, so they can have a little clarity, bro.
In the grand scheme of things, do you feel significant in the idea of the universe?
That's a big
For
idea.
clarity, let's understand some things about the universe that a lot of people may or may not know. The universe is ever expanding. A lot of people, if you don't know, it takes 8 minutes, a little over 8 minutes, for sunlight to reach Earth. So things are, at least this is what they teach us. Disclaimer, this is what they tell us. Time travel, right? Not time travel. Time travel is the wrong term. The time it takes to travel for certain things, right? I think the last time I checked, which was probably a week ago, the closest Earth-like planet to us is 4 light years away. The problem is 4 light years. If you don't understand how far that is, 4 light years is 4 generations, give or take. So that means
Wow, I didn't know that. That's crazy.
if you left right now on a spaceship, you and a woman left right now on a spaceship, your son, you wouldn't see that planet. Your son wouldn't see the planet. His son wouldn't see the planet. Your great, 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 great grandson is the one who would make it. Y'all would all live and die before y'all made it there. So consider a light year a generation. That's how far it is, right? A lot of people also don't know, like I was saying earlier, the moon is tidal locked with Earth. So we've never seen the far side of the moon because of the way that it rotates. A lot of people know that. A lot of people don't know that when you look up in the sky at night, when you look at the stars, these are, some of them stars don't even exist anymore.
Mm.
It takes so long for some of the light to reach us that by the time we see it, we don't see things as they are. This is why it's so important to understand that there is a possibility that there's other life out there. They just don't know that we exist yet. Because if something's 2 million light years away, they're seeing Earth as it was 2 million years ago. As far as they can tell, we don't even exist yet. They
That's
don't know that we're here yet. Because the light that is being projected to them is from 2 million years ago. They don't even know that it exists. They don't know that we have city lights. They don't know that we've sent satellites out. From what they can see, none of that exists yet. The light, the reflection of us, the reflection of the planet that they're seeing is so old that they would have no reason to come and look for us because, as far as they can tell, we do not exist. And here's another scary fact for people who are into what I'm into. Let's just think, right? The universe is forever expanding, right? Things are getting further away from us. We are lucky to be able to exist in a time where we can look up in the sky and see certain stars and see something and see certain galaxies and all this other thing, right?
right.
500,000 years from now, certain things are going to be so far away from us that when the new generation, when that generation of astronomers or the people who look to the sky, when they look up, guess what they'll see? Nothing. It'll be too far away.
What?
They won't even know it exists.